Under authority, there are three types that can be identified existing within an organization. They are line authority, staff authority, and functional authority. Each of these types exists only to enable individuals to carry out the different types of responsibilities with which they have been charged. So, first is line authority. To understand line authority and staff authorities, it's essential to first understand what line and staff departments are. Line departments जो होते हैं organization के, they are basically the ones that are core departments, and they directly relate to the production, manufacturing, and selling of different products or services. For example, we have the productions department, yeah, marketing department. Then staff departments, on the other hand, are the ones जो कि line departments को help, assist या facilitate करते हैं. I mean, they are not directly involved in the production and selling of the products, but they facilitate the marketing and productions department. For this example, we have finance department, we have human resource department, we have IT department, information technology. तो ये सब in the end assist करते हैं line departments को. So this concept applies to line and staff authority as well. Line authority is the most fundamental authority within an organization, and it reflects superior and subordinates relationships. And it actually consists of the right to make decisions and to give orders concerning the production. In general, line authority pertains to matters directly involvement, production, sales, and as a result, the attainment of objectives. Then staff authority consists of the right to advise or assist those who possess line authority, as well as other staff personnel. Staff authority enables those responsible for improving the effectiveness of line personnel to perform their required tasks. So line authority pertains to giving orders, and it's basically related to the subordinate and boss relationship. And staff authority is just the assistance or facilitation responsibility. Then the issue that arises is that a noticeable amount of organizational conflict centers around line and staff relationships. अगर हम लाइन पर्सनल का व्यू पॉइंट देखें तो उसमें यूजुअली वो ये कहते हैं कि कॉन्फ्लिक्ट इसलिए क्रिएट होता है क्योंकि स्टाफ पर्सनल जो है वो समझते हैं कि they are the ones more important than the line personnel, and they assume line responsibility. या फिर ये कि वो अच्छी एडवाइस प्रोवाइड नहीं करते, और जब सक्सेस होती है तो दे स्टील क्रेडिट फॉर दैट, या फिर दे फेल टू कीप लाइन पर्सनल इन्फॉर्म्ड ऑफ देयर एक्टिविटीज एंड डू नॉट सी द होल पिक्चर. इसी तरह से अगर हम स्टाफ पर्सनल की व्यू पॉइंट से देखें तो वो ये कहते हैं कि कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जब क्रिएट होता है लाइन और स्टाफ डिपार्टमेंट्स में तो वो तब होता है जब line personnel do not make proper use of staff personnel. I mean, they are wasting this resource and they are not taking them into account when discussing important matters. या फिर वो new ideas जो staff personnel suggest करते हैं उनको resist करते हैं. They refuse to give staff personnel enough authority to do their jobs. So in some organizations, the distribution and use of authority is a matter requiring careful negotiation. And that's where the concept of functional authority comes up. Functional authority consists of the right to give orders within a segment of the organization in which the right is normally non-existent. This authority is usually assigned to individuals to complement the line or staff authority they already possess. So functional authority generally covers only specific task areas and is operational only for designated amounts of time. तो अगर कोई नया टास्क है या कोई एग्जिस्टिंग टास्क है तो उसमें बिकॉज ऑफ दीज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स एंड दिस ब्लेम गेम दैट्स टेकिंग प्लेस बिटवीन लाइन एंड स्टाफ पर्सनल, फंक्शनल अथॉरिटी दी जाती है टू अ पर्टिकुलर मैनेजर या टू अ पर्टिकुलर पर्सन, and it's given to individuals who, in order to meet responsibilities in their own areas, must be able to exercise some control over organization members in other areas. And of course, wise leaders know how to delegate functional authority properly to ensure optimal productivity. तो आपकी staff and line authority already exist कर रही है, but apart from that, functional authority भी दे दी जाती है, so that everyone knows कि इस person के पास authority exercise करने का right है, and you have to listen to what he says, ताकि बाद में कोई conflicts ना हो, that he gave me this order and I didn't know that I'm supposed to listen to him. Then under authority, there is this concept of accountability. Accountability refers to the management philosophy whereby individuals are held liable or accountable for how well they use their authority and live up to their responsibility of performing predetermined activities. We all know what accountability is. जवाबदेह होना अपने responsibility या अपने tasks के लिए. Of course, accountability का जो concept है, it's very popular in today's times, and we do question our leaders, we do question the persons who are above us to justify their acts and to justify the orders that they give us. We hold them accountable for their orders. And the concept of accountability implies that if an individual does not perform predetermined activities, some type of penalty or punishment is justifiable. The punishment theme of accountability has been summed by one company executive, जो कि mentioned in within quotation marks, that individuals who do not perform well simply will not be around too long. The accountability concept also implies that some kind of reward will follow if predetermined activities are performed well. Accountability is especially important for successful knowledge management in an organization. So we can say it's not only for the leaders or managers कि accountable होंगे अपने orders के लिए, but non-managers और हर employee accountable है. वो organization में जो भी tasks कर रहा है और organization के resources को जिस भी तरह use कर रहा है.